Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Monday, August the 4th, 2025. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope your family's safe and healthy and that they also enjoyed the weekend. Blessings on those that work in health, that work along with first responders, oftentimes trying their best to save lives, and those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia, people that are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create the demands that cause these evil industries to exist. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 700,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and military veterans homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Today, we're talking about what we continue talking about over the weekend, which I revealed the moves that will be made that will create a situation next summer where Isaiah Hartenstein will be available and on the open market. That is one of the things that makes this coming season a put up or shut up season. It started with the Summer League. In the Summer League, you had several players that were either trying to keep their spot or gain a spot. So you had, Pacome Daddier, for example, has a regular contract, so his spot was not in jeopardy as far as the roster. But there was somebody else, Tyler Kolek. He also has a regular contract, but his spot might be in jeopardy. Why? Because you had guys like Marshawn Beauchamp, you had Dink Pate, you had Muhammad Diawara that came this summer to take a spot. And then you had Anton Watson, who's a solid player, only in his second season, that also would like a roster spot. And so it was a put up or shut up summer. You had to show you belonged in the league and then that you belonged on the Knicks, either on a two-way contract or on a regular contract. And so all of these kids was fighting this summer for those spots. And as it turns out, so far, Diawara is probably going to get the rookie contract because he's the only drafted rookie the Knicks have. And then you have Ariel Hukporti, who probably won a roster spot. You got Muhammad Diawara, you have Ariel Hukporti, you have Dink Pate, who's definitely going to get a two-way contract. They could only have 3 two-way contracts. So right now, they already had Kevin McCullough, Anton Watson on two-way deals already, right? And so they had Anton Watson, Kevin McCullough. Who else? They had somebody else. They had Anton Watson, Marjon Beauchamp. That's right. They had 3 guys on two-way deals. Somebody's losing a spot. They could only keep 3 two-way deals. And Dink Pate is taking one. Which one? We're going to find out. So it was a put up or shut up summer for the youngins. Now, all of these cats, McCullough, Beauchamp, Daddier, Tyler Kolek, Pate, Diawara, all of these guys, Najee too, all of these guys are not guys you're looking to make any type of impact this year. This is for the future, okay? This year, you have the 10-man rotation, which is Bridges, Brunson, OG, Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride. You have, who am I missing? You got, then you're going to have Hukporti probably. Those are you got, and then you're going to have another guy that they're going to sign, which is going to either be Shamet or somebody else. There've been a lot of rumors that bothers me about Ben Simmons, which I'm not interested in. But Landry Shamet hopefully gets that spot. That's the last guy. And then you got Yabusele, who they just signed. So that's the rotation that's going to play the roles to get the Knicks wherever they go this season. And with a guy like Hartenstein that's going to be on the open market next summer, that means that everybody got to guard their spot. And for the Knicks, last year, we just came out Eastern Conference Finals, and that was about the ceiling that we expected in the first year of Karl Anthony Towns on this team, and him coming late in the training camp and losing losing DiVincenzo and Juju the end of last summer, beginning of last fall. So this is the first time Karl Town was playing. It's the first time Mikal Bridges was playing with these guys. So you kind of expect a season where they feel each other out, learn each other. Every team goes through that, no matter how great they are. So this year, though, they all have a year under their belt together. So the expectation is championship round, at least finals, making it to the finals. Especially now we all understand Halliburton's out for the season. Jason Tatum's out for the season. We know that. Though this is no news to anybody. So therefore, those two teams have major pieces of their teams missing for this coming season. So you have the Knicks coming back full throttle and Cleveland coming back through full throttle. Cleveland coming off a 60-win season. So you're going to have that with the Knicks, and then you're going to have up-and-comers like Orlando coming at you from where they were last year, having now everybody coming into camp healthy, all of their players, plus having added players to their roster, key players to their roster. So they're going to be coming up the rear. So you got the Knicks, really it's the Knicks and Cleveland. And then Milwaukee, because now Milwaukee, they just signed Miles Turner. They got Giannis. He's one of those guys, no matter who else is on his team, he's on the playoff team, no matter who else is on his team. So depending on how well Giannis meshes with Miles Turner, because their depth right now, they got Miles Turner, they got Giannis, Kuzma, Gary Trent Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., Cole Anthony, all of them, Bobby Portis, all of them, they got a nice squad. And our own Jericho, and all of them, they got a nice squad. We don't know how good they are, though. But we know if Giannis is on the team, they're going to be there. So that's another team. Then, of course, you got Detroit, who's coming up and gave us all kind of hell in the first round. And they coming back, and they got their team, except last year they did not have Jaden Ivey, and they got him now. He's going to be back healthy. I mean, they started last year with him, but then he got hurt. But he's going to be back. You added Karis LeVert to that with Duncan Robinson after they lost Malik. So you got a nice squad. The youngin and Ron Holland played a big role last year. He'll be back. You still got Beef Stew. You still got Sasser. You still got a nice squad with Tobias Harris, Osar Thompson, Jaden Ivey. Cade, of course, is the head of the snake with Jalen Duren. They got a nice squad. Paul Reed. They got their whole team coming back, and they got some key additions. So Detroit's going to be there. So this year for the Knicks, for the rotation, is put up or shut up. There's no excuse. Let's say, for the sake of argument, God forbid, but OG gets hurt. Okay, OG gets hurt, and he plays 64 games. Because he's averaged like 61 games a season. So he gets hurt, let's say he plays 64 games. Y'all still got to win the chip. See? It's put up or shut up time. Or there's going to be changes made. And I'm not saying this to say I want changes made. I want y'all to get the difference because y'all usually don't. I'm telling you, the Knicks are going to make changes. That's what's going to happen. So, OG, the road runner, Mikal, JB, they got to come to play. Not that they won't, because all those guys I just named, they're going to come to play, all of them, okay? They're going to come in shape, they're going to come to play. But now you're dealing with Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. Karl Anthony Towns, having come up short, having not played great defense this past season with his new team. We'll see if that can improve under Mike Brown. And then, of course, Mitchell Robinson, who's never played a full season. Never played a full season with the Knicks in his entire NBA career. Never played a full season. So when you have that, and then been hurt at times when, if he was around, the Knicks might have went further, but now he took almost the whole last year to recover from the last injury, which Embiid gave to him with that foot thing. That was a dirty play by Embiid. You know, we acknowledge that. But this year here, it's put up or shut up. Ain't no dirty play. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no nothing. You got to show up. Y'all got to be winning some ball games this year. This is no other way to put it. Mitchell Robinson's career high as far as games appeared in was 72. He played in 72 games in 21-22. That was the second year at Tibbs, I think. He played 66 games his rookie year. And then after that, it's been 59, 31, 17 last year. Yeah, nah. This is the year right here. Okay? Everything else don't matter. Now, the Knicks, for their part, must help Mitch Rob out by not trying to play him crazy minutes. 25, 28 minutes should be about what they play him. Shouldn't really be more than that. The year that he played 31 games, he played 28 minutes a game, 27 minutes a game in 22, 23, 26 minutes a game in the year he had 72 games. That's about right. If you could keep him around 26, no more than 30 for sure, but 20, I say 24 to 28 minutes at his maturity level now as an NBA player. He's much different now than he was as a rookie. He knows how to play this game on the league level. You can get 72 games out of him. And if you get 72 games out of Mitchell Robinson plus playoffs, the Knicks are going places. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's just that they've never had that. They've never had that. So this is the year, though. And then, of course, he's going to be unrestricted free agent next summer. I don't know if the Knicks are going to extend him before next summer. The Knicks could very well, and they would be right. Let's see if he stays healthy this year. So that's going to be a question mark. With Karl-Anthony Towns, as Big Perk pointed out, you need to lose some weight, and looks like he has. Offensively, we're not concerned. See, people that are focusing too much on the offense don't understand what's at stake here. The team that gets the most stops win the championship. And in getting stops, the deal is you want to get 3 stop sequences because that stops runs and creates runs for you. Stops the other team's run and create one for you. So you want to get 3 stop sequences. The losing weight of Karl-Anthony Towns means he better be able to move his feet and recognize what's going on in pick and rolls and react to it properly. He has to do that. Offensively, we're not worried about Karl-Anthony Towns. See, I don't care what offense they put in. They can put in any offense they want. Pete Carrill's Princeton offense. They can put in Mike D'Antoni's out. They can put in running. They can put in half court. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to score regardless. Okay? And they're going to bring in, I'm telling you, you can already see it, they're bringing in offensive minds to handle that part. Okay, cool. We got to get stops, though. Okay, that's what really we need to do, get stops. And we're not paying this young man $57 million to just have him score 25 a game. I know that's something, but we're talking about superstar level talent. I wouldn't say that about just everybody. This is the league. But we're talking about superstar level talent. So we're expecting 25 a game from him. We're expecting double-digit rebounding from him. And we're expecting some daggone defense. And so if we can get that from him, and we can get 72 games out of Mitchell Robinson, the Knicks are going to be a problem in the NBA. They're going to be, all the things being equal, they're going to be a problem. Even if OG was to get hurt, and you still got Mikal Bridges. You just move Mikal Bridges to the 3. You bring in Deuce McBride. You keep on going with life, and they would. Okay, or you bring in Hart, or you bring in Yabusele. You got depth this year. That's part of a championship system. You got depth. So, but all things being equal, you get 72 games out of Mitchell Robinson. You get defense out of Karl-Anthony Towns. It could be a wrap. Okay, but this year, we're going to see because it's put up or shut up time. There's no excuses. Like I said, next summer, Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be available on the open market. And don't you forget those guys, especially Cat and Mitch Rob, they know that. They ain't stupid. Nobody is going to be surprised by this. See, and this is what, somebody said, well, Oklahoma City's not going to let him walk for nothing. They'll trade him. You're missing the point. The idea is to avoid paying taxes. If you're trading him, all you're doing is sending out salary to bring back in salary. Okay? Very few teams got $30 million in space to take in that salary. Okay? So, without bringing nothing back. So, you're going to have to take in salary, and they got $184 million tax bill. That's talking about Oklahoma City that they're looking at. $184 million going into effect July 1st. So they're going to get rid of that salary. And they didn't think, it wasn't like, see, when media and then those that follow media see things, it's like this is the first time you're seeing it, and therefore you're overreacting. Don't think Sam Presti didn't know this was coming. He did. He took the risk because he wanted to get the chip, and it worked. They got the chip. And they still got another year of the same team to try to get another chip while they can. In this day and age, it's very difficult to keep a team together because of the aprons. Very difficult. And don't think they didn't know that. They understand. So they know they're looking at $184 million, and they have no plans to pay that. Okay, which means they got Hartenstein, Kendrick Williams, Topic. They got them on team option deals for the next season, for 2026. Okay, so you're going to see them cut loose some salary in order to try to make sure they ain't got to pay no $184 million in taxes, luxury taxes. Not no small market Oklahoma City. So that's the story right now. So Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson, sort of, the pressure is on them. And for them too, it's not really like Karl Anthony Towns, like I said, he gonna get his points. You're not gonna stop him from scoring. He's too good. You're not gonna stop him from scoring. But he could score a lot of points, and this could still lose if they're not playing no defense. So we need defense from him. Okay? Mitchell Robinson just has to be Mitchell Robinson. He don't have to hit three-pointers. He don't have to even put the ball on the floor. He just has to be rim protecting, offensive rebounding Mitchell Robinson. And that means he has to be on the floor, which means he has to stay healthy. And he knows that. Okay? So the pressure's on in that regard. Mitch Rob ain't got to all of a sudden start hitting threes. He ain't got to do crossovers. He just has to do what he does. Protect the rim and get offensive glass, which, if he's on the floor, he will do. Okay? He will add to your defense. Defense will go up several notches when he's on the floor. So that's all he got to do. But it's a big order for a guy that, this is his 8th year in the league, and he's never played more than 72 games. He only played 72 games once. It's a big order. It's time to put up or shut up. I'm Mitch Rob Hive. I will y'all know I will erase people for coming on my channel talking about Mitch Rob. That's fam right there. So I gave him all kind of leeway and props. But even I have to come to the conclusion, with Isaiah Hartenstein waiting in the wings for next summer, it's time to put up or shut up. If Mitch Rob does 72 games, Karl Anthony Towns shows up on the defensive end of the floor, and the Knicks win this championship, there's nothing to discuss. You're running it back. Period. Mitch Rob will get his extension, and you running it back. But there's the other side. It's put up or shut up time. You all enjoy your Monday. Shalom.